Minneapolis is a beautiful city with tree-lined streets and many really gorgeous homes, but the housing stock here is aging, and there are really some important mistakes you want to avoid when you're shopping for a home here. Most homes within the city limits are built between 1900 and 1960. That makes them between 60 and 120 years old. There can be issues with wiring, foundations, heating systems, asbestos, and if you have more than 2 vehicles, well, stick around to the end of this video because we really need to talk about winter parking. My name is JTroutLowen. You can call me Trout. I'm a realtor and an expert at helping buyers and sellers navigate the fast-paced Twin Cities housing market. Let's start with wiring. Many homes here still have the original knob and tube electrical wiring. Unlike modern wiring, knob and tube does not have a ground wire, which makes it unable to accommodate a 3-prong plug without an adapter. And many older homes here often have few electrical outlets, so plugging in all of our modern gadgets quickly becomes a risky tangle of extension cords and power strips. And if you want to make any changes to the electrical wiring, you really need to know that city code may require you to rewire the entire home. That's kind of a big expense. So let's talk foundations. Most homes in Minneapolis have full basements, and the foundations are typically concrete. While sturdy and long-lasting, Minnesota's cold winters and spring freeze-thaw cycles do take their toll. Now, small foundation cracks are pretty normal and not much of a concern, but it is important to look closely at the basement walls and floors for larger cracks and areas where water has infiltrated or bowing foundation walls. Let's talk heating systems. Many of the older homes here are heated by boiler furnaces that run hot water through radiators. Hot water heat's efficient, but it has an important downside. There's no ductwork, as you have with a forced air heat. That means it's kind of a challenge if you want to add air conditioning to your home. Another feature of a hot water system is that the piping in the basement tends to be wrapped in asbestos. As long as the asbestos is in good condition, it's not an issue. Over time, however, it can start to crack and crumble, and then it becomes a health hazard. Removing asbestos requires abatement by a certified licensed contractor. Now let's talk about winter. If you're buying your home in the spring or the summer, winter might be the farthest thing from your mind, but you shouldn't overlook winter's complications when buying a home. Many homes here were built when families had at most 1 car, and some homes have 1-car garages and some have none. If you're planning on parking on the street for 1 or more of your vehicles, you really need to know about many of Minneapolis's winter parking rules, because you don't want to end up getting a ticket, getting towed, or having your car buried in snow by a passing plow. I hope none of these issues should deter you from buying a beautiful home in the city of Minneapolis. All of these issues can be addressed with some thoughtful planning, but it is important to know what you're getting into when you're buying an older home in Minneapolis. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I'd love to hear your suggestions and your questions, so feel free to leave me a like or comment below. If you're looking for more information about living in Minneapolis or elsewhere in the Twin Cities, check out my video series on living in the Twin Cities and great neighborhoods for home buyers in Minneapolis and St. Paul. I think you'll like them. Again, my name is JTroutLowen, and I'm here to help.